This is the story of Zinnie, a slay queen with big dreams, loud mouth, and zero sense, until life carried her to where even Google Maps couldn't help. You see, some children just don't learn with advice alone. They need to hit the wall, experience some things themselves before their brain resets. So sit tight. This one is filled with laughter and lessons. Grab your chin chin and let's dive right into the story. A long, long time ago, in the heart of Owerri, where every second compound sells recharge card and fried akara side by side, there lived a woman named Mama Zinnie, a tired widow who believed in two things: prayer and pepper soup with enough uziza. She had only one daughter, who was her whole world. She was both her biggest blessing and her biggest problem as well. Her name was Zinnie. Zinnie at 19 was beautiful in that dangerous kind of way, bleached to the last layer, eyelashes like ceiling fan blades, and waist beads that clicked whenever she walked. Every time she passed in front of their compound, even the married men with pot bellies adjusted their singlets and forgot they had wives at home. But for all her slay and slant work, Zinnie was a full-time disrespecter of motherhood. One Saturday morning, Mama Zinnie was outside scrubbing bed sheets on a wooden bench. Her wrapper was tied tightly and her headscarf was dancing in the breeze. Her hands were covered in hand-washing foam. The woman was sweating and humming. "Oh mema, Chineke meela ya o." Zinnie was inside the room, cross-legged on the bed, scrolling through TikTok with one hand and licking ice cream with the other. From outside, her mother called out, "Zinnie, Mwam, biko come and help me rinse these bedsheets. My waist is paining me." There was no response. "Zinnie, oh!" Still nothing. She then dropped the washing soap, wiped her face with the back of her hand, and marched into the room. Zinnie glanced up from her phone and, raised one eyebrow. "Mommy, why are you shouting my name like you're sharing land at the backyard? Can't you see I'm watching something on my phone?" "Eh? Watching what? Is that what I sent you to school to do, Zinnie? So TikTok is now your destiny, eh? Oh yeah, stand up from there right now and go and rinse those bedsheets for me. Also," Zinnie hissed. She then dropped the ice cream cup like it was hot. "You don't want to rest, eh? Must you always do manual labor every Saturday? Eh? You refuse to upgrade your life. This is 2025, not 1960. Every time soap and water. You won't let me breathe." Hey, Mama Zinnie blinked in awe. "So I am now suffocating you, eh? Your own mother." Zinnie turned and said under her breath, "You're just so local sometimes. Everything about you is so backward. My gosh." There was silence. If Thunder was looking for where to go to that day, he would have landed in that room and they would have blasted Zinnie. Mama Zinnie stared at her daughter like someone staring at a masquerade eating meat pie. "Me, Chika, local," she repeated slowly, like the word was raw bitter leaf in her mouth. "Zina Chimdimma, I carried you for 9 months. My breast turned to flat akara just to feed you. I sold my wedding ring and jewelries to pay your school fees. I've bathed you, fed you, knelt down in church to pray for you. And now I'm local?" Zinnie rolled her eyes. "Look, Mom, I didn't mean it like that." No. You meant it like that, oh. In fact, I will localize your life today. I will show you small craze. Come here, sister." Mama Zinnie grabbed a mop stick and Zinnie took off running. They ran around their small compound 3 times, past the nosy neighbor's plantain stand, past the keke rider fixing his tire, and passed one man frying puff puff, who paused and shouted, "Ah, Zinnie, your mama don't vex o. TikTok no go save you today." By the time Mama Zinnie got tired, she dropped the mop and sat on a plastic chair, breathing like someone that just ran relay race with Angel Michael. Zinnie peeked out from behind the water tank, still catching her breath. "You see what I mean, mommy? This drama is what I'm talking about. Can't you just talk like normal people? Why must we act drama all the time?" Mama Zinnie didn't answer. She just sat quietly, staring into space. Then she picked up her rosary and began muttering slowly, "Holy Mary, pray for this child before I use my hand to kill her." That evening, Mama Zinnie cooked jollof rice with fried plantain. Zinnie came out of hiding and tried to enter the kitchen. "My friend, stop there. Who told you this food is for you?" Mama asked calmly, covering the pot. "Mommy now, don't be childish." "Hey, God." "Zinnie, no. I choose to be childish today. You see today, I am childish. You said I'm local, Abi. So go and eat something international. Maybe peppered spaghetti creamy pasta or whatever you guys call it. I don't care. Go to what will suit your big girl lifestyle and leave my kitchen." Zinnie stood there with her hands on her hip and a squeezed face. And then she said, "Anyway, I don't blame you. If my father was alive, that was it." That sentence alone broke all hell loose. Mama Zinnie turned and gave her one backhand factory reset slap. "Twice! Say that again and I will show you how local women do boxing." Zinnie held her cheeks in pain, and with anger she turned and walked away, muttering under her breath, "Well, whatever. This house is a prison. I just need to blow so I can live all this village life for you local people." Later that night, Mama Zinnie knelt by her bed, praying hard with a cracking voice. "God, wherever my daughter wants to go that is not your will, block it. Blind her enemies. Let her not be a victim. Cancel her plans if they will destroy her. I don't have any other child but her. Don't let me bury my own child after suffering this much." Outside the room, Zinnie was chilling and scrolling through her phone. Then suddenly a text enters and she smiled. It was from Chief Bobby. "Pack your things. Lagos awaits you. I will spoil you silly. Dubai is next in line, baby." Ha! She smiled, licked her lips and whispered, "Perfect timing. Finally, I will leave this village for you people." That's what I'm talking about. Bye bye backward people. The next morning, after their drama, Zinnie came out of the room with an unusual smile, sweet like chin-chin, and suspicious like NEPA electricity towards the end of the month. She had planned to brainwash her mother into allowing her go to Lagos. She knew it wasn't going to be an easy feat, so she cooked up a hot, sizzling, believable lie. "The Lord has done it finally, finally, finally." Zinnie was so happy. She was singing and dancing. So when Mama Zinnie came out, Zinnie began, "Mommy, God has finally done it all. I've been selected for a female empowerment program in Lagos. Can you believe that?" Mama Zinnie paused. Empowerment kwa? Sinachimde, who is empowering you? I didn't apply for any empowerment the last time I checked. "Mommy, now you have come again. It's not you that applied now. It's a special mentorship boot camp for young women who want to become CEOs, influencers, models, global leaders, international things. Global Guinea. Influence what? Zinnie, I hope this is not another of your TikTok prank nonsense." Zinnie then pulled out a letter on her phone with International Women Impact Network written boldly in pink Comic Sans. The logo was a butterfly wearing heels. "See now, they even gave me scholarship. They said I'm one of the only 5 girls chosen in the whole of Southeast. How cool is that, Mama? Mama Zinnie adjusted her wrapper, squinted her eyes, and then looked. The address here says Banana Villa, Lekki Phase 2, extension down. What kind of address is that one? Zinnie immediately opened a fake WhatsApp chat on her phone and pressed a voice note she had pre-recorded last night in her own fake British accent. Hello, Miss Zinnie. Congratulations once again. You will be staying in our secure housing for premium women only. So, pack light and be ready to shine. Your time has come. Mama Zinnie blinked twice. This one sounds like Oyibo that swallowed biscuit bone. But Zinnie, I don't know. Do you trust these people? Mommy, don't spoil this thing for me now. This is why I don't like telling you anything. So you don't want me to progress. You want me to remain here and be washing clothes with you. I trust them now. They do this thing yearly, and this year will not be any different. I beg. Mama Zinnie looked at her child and shook her head as she sighed. She didn't say anything to Zinnie that whole day. But before she went to bed that night, she went into her room and came out with folded Naira notes wrapped in an old handkerchief and pressed it into Zinnie's palm. Then she laid both hands on Zinnie's head and began to pray aloud. Father in heaven, may Lagos not swallow my daughter in Jesus' name. Amen. Zinnie rolled her eyes and muttered, Amen. So, the next day, Zinnie boarded a Peace Mass bus going to Lagos, and she was waving like someone being transported from trenches into light. As the bus zoomed off, Mama Zinnie stood there with her arms folded and her heart pounding hard. She had a strange feeling in her chest, the kind that usually comes when, something feels off. But she didn't say anything. Lagos hit Zinnie in the face like hot oppa. The noise, the heat, the hustling crowd, everything moved like it was trying to catch up with something. Chief Bobby showed up in a black tinted car with gold teeth, designer perfume, and Bluetooth earpiece that was never connected to anything. He wore a black abada with a black cap, and his pot belly was protruding through the clothes. Nwa baby for life, he shouted, grabbing her waist like pure water. You don't finally reach the city of enjoyment, eh? I'ma spoil you, silly. Soft life activated. Hashtag Nwa baby. Zinnie blushed, twisting her waist in delight. Yes, Chief, that's what I like to hear. He took her straight to a fancy restaurant in Lekki, where they served rice in coconut shells and charged 15k for grilled plantain. Zinnie, trying to impress him, ordered grilled salmon with pineapple rice. She didn't know what she was eating, but it tasted rich in her mouth. After the meal, he took her shopping and bought her wigs, clothes, shoes, and even a fake Dior bag that still smelled like Balogo Market. Zinnie was so happy. She was living the life. She was taking TikTok pictures and videos inside the store mirror like she had won Miss Nigeria. I told you, Nwa baby, that you no go regret following me. Just rest and enjoy, eh? Your Dubai visa is already cooking. Zinnie kept blushing and thanking him. But one cool evening, Chief Bobby called her from the car. Oya, Nwa baby, enter. I want to take you somewhere. Where are we going? She asked. It's a calm place for premium girls like you. You will chill here small while my agent finalizes your visa to Dubai. But I thought I would be staying with you. For now, just relax. Oh, you know how these travel processes are. I don't want any distractions. You go there safe here, oh? She smiled and concurred. They drove for about 40 minutes into an unfamiliar part of town. There was no traffic or sounds. It was just a few cars and a few shops here and there. When they stopped, she looked around and noticed that the compound was quiet. Too quiet. "Is this a hotel?" she asked. No, not hotel per se. It is more like a transitional house. They host young premium women like you. Iwatago, it is private and secured." And with that, he handed her a small bag and kissed her forehead. "Just to stay here for a few days. My guy will come and brief you, okay? Don't call me too much, oh. I'm entering meetings back to back. You know how this business is, so just relax, okay?" And just like that, he drove off. Zinnie stepped into the house. It was painted white and it smelled like bleach and Dettol. There were 5 other girls lying there, but they were just sitting around and moping. They were not saying anything. Zinnie entered and greeted everybody, but nobody answered. A woman, a nurse in uniform, handed her a bottle of water and said, "Drink up and rest. No phones are allowed. Also, the doctor will check on you tomorrow." Zinnie froze. "Wait, doctor? For what now? But I'm not sick." The woman smiled briefly and said, "You are special, very special. So please, get some rest." The door locked behind her with a metallic click. In that moment, Zinnie started to feel cold. And before you know it, she slept off. She didn't know how long she had been asleep. When her eyes finally fluttered open, everything felt slow, as if she was underwater. A white ceiling spun lazily above her, and her head pounded like generator overload. Her arm pitched, and the moment she looked down, an IV drip was taped to her wrist. Her legs were bare. Hey, her wig was gone. Her phone was also gone. Even her lashes had disappeared. She tried to sit up, but her body felt like boiled yam, very weak and heavy. Where am I?" she managed to say. And just then, a man entered the room. A tall, clean-shaven man that was wearing a white lab coat with no name tag. He held a clipboard and walked slowly past the beds like someone checking livestock. He stopped at hers, looked down and said, O positive, healthy, good donor." Zinnie blinked. "Excuse me?" Her voice cracked like dry plantain chips. But he didn't answer her. He just scribbled something quickly and walked away. Then, from the bed beside her, a voice whispered, "Don't talk too much. And whatever you do, don't eat the meat. Also, act very weak. Don't be strong, oh. And when the doctor asks anything, pretend that you are sick." Zinnie turned and saw a pale girl lying there with sunken eyes and cracked lips. "What's going on? I don't quite understand," Zinnie said. The girl's voice dropped even lower as she speaks. "This is not a safe house, oh. This is an organ farm. Every week, they take one girl and take one organ. Some never wake up, others do, but they will now be incomplete." Zinnie's breath hung in her throat like a stray bone looking for where to enter. But Chief Bobby, he said I was going to Dubai. He said he loved me." The girl laughed weakly. "They all say that, my dear, till your kidney is on a private jet and your body is in cold storage." Zinnie began to shake from terror. She looked around again. There were 4 beds and 5 girls who were all silent, looking pale, some staring at the ceiling like they had forgotten their fate. She tried to pull out the IV. "Don't," the girl warned. "If they see blood, they will sedate you faster. Just wait, watch, and pray you survive." Meanwhile, back in Owerri, Mama Zinnie had been waiting. 6 days and no call, no text from Zinnie. She couldn't reach her either, because her phone kept saying switched off. She had also called the program number, and guess what? The number doesn't exist. She went to her neighbor, Mama Peace, to complain. Zinnie has not called me since she left. Something is wrong. My spirit is not at rest at all. Mama Peace, the evergreen local news anchor, adjusted her head tie and said, "Go and report to the police. They will track her. Let them use satellite or maybe Facebook search or whatever it is they do these days." Mama Zinnie took her advice and went to the police. The police laughed when she told them her story. "Madam, the girl is 19. Maybe she went to enjoy herself now. Young people don't like to call their parents when they are having fun." "Haba, officer, my child is not like that," Mama Zinnie snapped. "Every mother says that, but you'll be surprised." Mama Zinnie went home, and that night she had a dream where she saw Zinnie in a white room lying flat, and her hands stretched out. Her mouth was open, but no sound came out of it. She woke up screaming, "Chineke, oh, not my daughter, not my only egg, God of the fatherless, please help me." Mama Zinnie entered panic mode. She knew what the dream meant, and she knew her daughter was in trouble. She didn't waste time anymore. She concluded quickly that she needed to get on the first bus to Lagos. She took her only new wrapper, the one someone gifted her in church. She then went to a local thrift trader and exchanged it for transport fare. She called her old church friend in Lagos and told her she would like to stay in her place when she comes. "Please, I'm coming. I must find my daughter. If Lagos is fire, let me burn. But I'm not staying here anymore," she cried on the phone. The friend tried to discourage her from coming, saying that Lagos was too far and the road was dangerous. But Mama Zinnie refused. That night, with nothing but a handbag, a photo of Zinnie, and her tife, she boarded a night bus to Lagos. Lagos welcomed her with heat, noise, and wicked sun, like it was daring her to survive. But she didn't come to admire bridges or chase downfall. She came for war. Her legs moved faster than her thoughts. From Berger to Ojodo, from Ojodo to Ikeja, from Ikeja to Yaba. She moved like a woman possessed with rage. She has Zinnie's photo in her bag and a fire in her chest. "Please, look well. This is my daughter Zinnie, Zina Chidemma. She came to Lagos for one program. I haven't heard from her in 7 days. Please, have you seen her?" She showed the picture to cleaners, cobblers, hairdressers, Okada men, Keke men, name it. She even nearly cried when one agbero said, "Auntie, this your baby girl na fine girl oh. If I see her, I go even toast her, carry am go. But I never see am sha." For 3 days she walked, searching and looking for her only daughter. People thought she was mad. Even she thought she was losing her mind. But every time she wanted to give up, she would clutch her scarf and whisper, "Hey, I did not carry my child for 9 months to lose her in the hands of devils. God forbid." Then, on the 4th day, in a street off Aja, her feet led her to a small pepper store run by an old woman with missing teeth and a wrapper tied to her chest. Mama Zinnie showed the picture again. The woman squinted, leaned forward and said something that made Mama Zinnie's jaw drop like a bag of garri. This girl, she passed here last week now. A man carry her enter one big black jeep. I remember because, she carry blue braids and she talk say she from Owerri. She even came to buy something from me. Now why I remember her. Hey, Mama, are you serious? Abeg, carry me go where she go. Please tell me where you saw them. Anything you know at all, anywhere you can be of help, please. The old woman nodded and waved her grandson over, a kind-hearted keke rider named Chisom. Chisom was barely 22 years, but his heart was 80 years deep. He took one look at Mama Zinnie and said, "Auntie, don't worry. We go find your pikin, even if na inside bush they hide am." For hours, they combed the area. Chisom stopped at garages, mechanics, backyard apartments, and old abandoned hotels. Then, at a small junction behind an old fence, a gateman looked at the photo and froze. He called his madam. The madam took a look and nodded slowly. Yes, this girl was here before. She entered one compound behind that big yellow house. Black jeep drove her, but nobody don't see her since then. No, Chisom's face tightened. That house? They say it's only girls that stay there, and that once they enter, nobody comes out. They know they make noise, and they know they like strangers. So they made a plan and called Mr. Clement, a retired soldier turned vigilante that Chisom knew. The man heard the story and stood up immediately. "We know they wait for permission when children live dey inside. Oh yeah, carry me and go there." That night at about 12:14 a.m., with Chisom and Mr. Clement behind her, Mama Zinnie watched as the small vigilante group broke the back gate and without warning, they entered inside. When they got there, they found metal beds, drip stands, syringes, phones packed in one bag. They saw girls lying around like lifeless beings. And in one corner, they saw someone who was barely breathing with pale skin, looking tattered. It was Zinnie. Her mother screamed, "Zinnie! Zina Chidimma! Hey, Mamo!" She dropped to her knees and grabbed her daughter's hands. Zinnie's eyes fluttered open, and with a very faint voice, she said, "Mommy, Mommy, I didn't know. I was wrong. I'm sorry." She was so tired that she couldn't even cry. She just held her mother's clothes tightly, like it was the only lifeline between her and the living. Mama Zinnie hugged her tightly and rocked her back and forth, crying and praying. "They almost took you from me, but God passed them. God held you." Chisom almost cried, and Mr. Clement nodded and muttered, "This world don't spoil, oh. Chai!" The girls were rescued and the house was sealed. The men behind it were caught within the hour and were locked up. After investigations, they were able to locate Chief Bobby and the other pioneers and top shots, and they were all locked up behind bars. Meanwhile, Mama Zinnie took Zinnie to the hospital that night. She didn't sleep. She sat beside her daughter in the hospital, holding her hand and praying, "Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for not letting me bury my child." Weeks passed and Zinnie was back in Owerri. But this time, she didn't come back with long lashes, bone-straight wigs, or big shoulders. She came back with silence and scars, with eyes that had seen too much too fast. This was a life lesson, and it has shaped her. She sat on a mat in their small compound, wrapped in her mother's extra wrapper. There was no more TikTok dances and big girl nonsense. Just her head resting gently on her mother's lap, the same lap she once called local. Mama Zinnie stroked her daughter's head while humming softly. Zinnie's voice broke the silence. "Mommy, I don't deserve your love. I mocked you. I insulted you. I did a lot of things just to make you small and make myself feel good. I made you look like a fool. And after all that, you still came for me. I'm most grateful for you, Mommy." Mama Zinnie sighed and said, "Zina Chidimma, my only child. You are my only child though. Even if you jump inside fire, I will jump in after you. That's what mothers do. But thank God, God still counted you worthy to return home. That's all that matters now, okay?" And slowly, the girl who once thought the world was filled with filters and face beats began to rebuild. She deleted all her fake Instagram slay queen posts with nonsense captions. She left the WhatsApp groups where girls traded runs and hookup tips. She opened a new TikTok page with the intentions to create and spread good news, stop young girls from making the same mistakes she did. She linked up with NGOs, shared warning signs, helped other girls escape fake modeling gigs and fake travel promises. One day, during a school outreach, she gave a talk to a hall full of senior secondary school girls. She told them about red flags, about being too desperate for fast life, about what it means to forget your mother's tears and sacrifices. After the talk, one girl came forward crying. She grabbed Zinnie's hands and whispered, "I saw your videos. They were about to take me too, but I escaped because of you. Thank you so much." Zinnie pulled her into a hug with eyes full of tears. From that day onwards, Zinnie made up her mind to continue with what she was doing because she knew that she had touched and will still touch a lot of young girls' lives. The end. Moral lesson. Never look down on the hands that raised you. One day, those same hands might be the reason you are still alive to tell the story. Don't let social media pressure you. Nobody is living their real lives on social media. And even if they are, who cares? Walk at your own pace. Okay? Work hard. Work smart. Face your life. Don't go through corners. Because at the end of the day, these things backfire. If you take shortcuts, if you do the things you're not supposed to do, they are going to backfire. Okay? I wish each and every one of us good luck and the best out of life. And with that, Naya Padis, we have come to the end of today's story. And I want to thank each and every one of you, my real MVPs, for watching my videos till the end. Twali for all of you. Thank you all so much for your unwavering support towards this baby girl. I am so grateful. And I would like to hear from you as usual. What are your thoughts about this story? How do you think peer pressure is dealing with our youths, our generation of today? How do you think that can be curbed? Just drop your thoughts in the comment section and let's interact, okay? Until next time, remember, don't let anyone dim your shine. Ngwanu, bye!